everyone, it's Kate from the Fold Line. I am back this week to talk new sewing pattern releases for September. September is usually a really busy month of releases. We've got some, but it wasn't quite as busy as usual this month, I would say. Obviously it's been a bit of a bizarre year, so that's probably why. But I've got some really gorgeous patterns to talk you through. As usual, there'll be a blog post as well, so anything that's been released in the last month will be in there, so you can go and peruse everything. But I have picked 7 patterns that I really like to talk you through. So, first pattern I've got is the Wildwood wrap dress from Sew House 7. This comes in sizes UK 6 to 38, so it's got a really great size range. I think this is probably my favourite of the releases for this month. I absolutely love it. I think it's such a fantastic pattern. It's also really simple to make as well, so it's a double win in my book. So the pattern features, it's really simple. It's like it's a classic wrap. It buttons to one side, and the belt piece, that kind of dramatic belt, is separate. So it's got grown-on sleeves. It's got a little bit of pleating underneath the bust, so that you don't need darts. It's got pockets. There are 2 lengths on it, so you can have it sort of knee length or sort of midi length. There's also a variation. You can see there's 2 different sleeve options. So there's one that's quite short, and then there's one that's sort of just above your elbow. I just love it. I think it looks great on everyone. I think it's such a useful shape. I love the big belt. It's just, I think this pattern is perfection. I really love it. And loads of people have made it, and I can understand why, because I just think it's really nice shape. Right, next pattern we've got is the Mercer Coat from I Am Patterns. This comes in sizes 6 to 18. It's part of their new collection, so they released a collection of 4 patterns, and this, I just picked this one because I really liked it, and I thought you would too. Sorry, hitting myself on the flowers. I think this is a really good piece for winter. Obviously it's a coat, but it is very similar to a lot of things that I have seen on the high street. It's quite oversized, it's wrap. I think you get quite a lot of wear out of it. So the pattern is slightly, you can see from the pictures, it's like a cocoon shape. So it kind of curves, like kind of comes in at the bottom. It's quite classic in terms of its cut. It's got pockets as well at the side. What are they called, those pockets? I can't remember off the top of my head. Does anyone else find, this is on a completely random note, that this year and Corona and being locked down has basically made your brain go to mush? I can't remember anything anymore. I can't remember names of sewing terms. I've just, yeah, brain has gone. Anyway, so pockets, can't remember what they're called, let's not worry about that. It's lined. The thing, I like this sort of low kind of button on it. I think that's quite interesting. I think this pattern, if I was making it, this would be a sort of coat that I would plan to wear open rather than wrapped. But I really like the shape of it, and I think it's, yeah, really good and on trend. So that one is fab. Next up, we have got the Dewa blouse and dress from Makala Creates. I know I've said that wrong. She is a new pattern designer that we've got on the site, based in New Zealand. I loved this pattern, and I think it's one that a lot of you guys will like too. Something really useful for kind of this kind of tricky period where we're going in between in the UK. Kind of summer, autumn to winter. So there are two patterns. There's the blouse version and the dress version. It's really cute. So it's got this cut kind of bib front with a ruffle that runs all the way round. It's high necked. It's got buttons along here so you can get in and out of it, and it's got little sleeves that have got gathering and ties at the side. I just think it's really nice, and I've seen quite a few people have made it. I just think it is a really pretty top and perfect for this time of year. I think also if you wanted to, you could totally extend the sleeves if you wanted to make them longer, and have them longer and then gathering at the cuff, which would also look really nice. I think it's yeah, it's a good one. And the dress is really simple. It's basically just the blouse extended, and then it's got a optional tie belt as well, so that cinches you in, which is fantastic. I don't think I said what size it comes in the UK 6 to 18. I will also note that she is extending her size ranges at the moment, so there will be some more sizes coming soon. Yes. So next up we have got edition 11 of Fibre Mood. I did speak about this in the sew down, but I thought I'd pop it in this one as well in case you've missed it. If you haven't come across Fibre Mood before, they are a sewing pattern magazine. So included in the magazine you get, I think it's like 12 patterns with variations, so it ends up with about 20 kind of potential looks that you can make. I love Fibre Mood, I think it's great. So the magazine comes with almost like a lookbook at the front. Then you have your line drawings all laid out so you can see all the different patterns. Then there are the instructions and the patterns that you need to trace off. I will note that they have an option, like within the magazine there's a link that you can go to and you can download the PDFs if you don't want to trace it. So there's like you can kind of get what you want. I really love this magazine. I think it's great, really inspiring, and I love the lookbook at the front. So the patterns are fab. There's a coat, a shirt, dress, there's a really nice shirt, blouses, tops. All of these things are interchangeable as well, so you can wear them with each other, which I think is really great. And yeah, it's just, I just love it. So sizing on these, so the adult stuff, because there are a couple of children's things, the adults things come in sizes 6 to 28, and the children's come in 2 up to 14 years, so you can cover the teens as well. And there's 2 children's patterns in this one. Right, up next we have got the Pio Pants from Ready to Sew. These come in sizes UK 6 to 30. I really love these. They are quite similar, I will say, to the Closet Case Files. Is it the Closet Case Files ones? The Petra, yeah. They are quite similar to those, but they're really, really nice. So if you haven't made them, these are definitely worth a try, and I really like Ready to Sew patterns. So they are elasticated waists that come with seams down the front. The back panel of the trousers is all one piece, patch pockets on the back, and then they've got these sort of statement slanted pockets at the top. I really like the shape of them. I think I always personally, just as this is my own fit, you know, we all have our own fit issues, I tend to steer away from elasticated waist around the front of a trouser because I have a bit of a tummy, but I think the way that these are cut, I think these would actually work. I think they're a really nice alternative to, you know, a pair of jeans, and you could totally make these in a really lightweight wool for winter and they'd look amazing. I just think they're a really good pattern, and yeah, winner in my book. It's hard to get excited. I personally find it's hard to get excited about trousers, but this one, it's a goodie, so yeah, I would recommend. Next up, we've got the Lottie Dress from Tilly and the Buttons. These come in sizes 6 to 24. Well, I'm sure a lot of you have seen this already because the Tilly promotion train is so big, it's hard to miss her releases. This one is a really fantastic dress if you are a beginner. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just reading this. I thought this was a jersey pattern, but actually it's jersey or woven. So this is actually really versatile. It's really, sorry, I don't know how I missed that. Really clever. So the pattern, I'll show you the line drawing so you can see it's got grown on, it's kind of got a drop shoulder, the grown on sleeves, really easy to do. It's got an elasticated, I'm assuming it's I think it is an elasticated waist. Yes, it is, just double checking there wasn't a tie there. Elasticated waist, it's got optional patch pockets on the front. I mean, it's a great pattern. It's really good, especially if you are a beginner. This is a really good option. And if you are more experienced, great, you can whip this up in a few hours. But I thought shape-wise this would suit a lot of people, and Tilly's instructions are always fantastic. So if you're thinking about either wanting a quick, enjoyable sew as a more experienced seamstress, this would be great. If you're a beginner, this is also a really good option. So yes, good winter dress. And I didn't realise you can make it in jersey or woven, so that's great. Next up we have got, and this is our last one, the Fleetwood dress from French Navy. I absolutely adored this. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I want to make this. I will show you some pictures of it. There are two variations, and the variations are only very slight actually on this pattern. So it's got buttons down the front. It's got, if I show you the line drawing, you can see, because the picture actually makes it look like it's quite, it's more simple than it is. It's got quite a lot of seam lines on it. So it's got princess seams at the front, it's got a little seam up here, buttons down the front to the waist, then gathered waist, and then the variation is either is adding a frill on the bottom of it. The thing that I really like about it is there is so much potential for you to play around with fabrication on this. And you can see in the white version that I'm showing you, they've got a little panel up here of broderie on glaze, which I think looks really lovely. But it also would be a good one if you're trying to use up, if you've got some kind of precious bits of lovely fabric left. I think you could totally and utterly use kind of bits in, you know, mix and match your fabrics. So it's got a proper sleeve, little cuff, it's got a little detail at the back where it's got some gathering. The princess seam means that you don't need any darts. It's a really lovely dress, and I think it's a classic one where you'll just get, I think you could wear this loads, and yeah, it's just yeah, a bit more interesting than a standard dress. It's got kind of more things going on, and I think it's very, very wearable, and it's classic shape. So for me, this is an absolute winner of a pattern. So that is it from us. Make sure you go and check out the blog post so you can see all the releases, and I will let you get back to your weekends. We'll see you soon. Bye.